Hello guys, welcome to another session on D365 UG India platform. Today we are doing session number 23 in this group, uh, and the topic is Power Platform Fundamentals based on high request, and thanks to Umesh who has stepped up to do this session for us. So a quick introduction before we move forward with the session. That few things to as a disclaimer that the views expressed in these sessions are from the speaker and they do not represent the views of their employers or Microsoft. And we are using Contoso demo data and lab environments for these sessions. If you want to apply any recommendations made in these sessions in your production environment, please test them in your sandbox environment first. And these sessions are recorded and the video will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So if you do not wish to be if you do not consent to be part of a recorded session, then now is a good time to disconnect. A quick introduction of this group. We launched it in last year, focused on Microsoft Dynamics 365 professionals. So we have almost reached 800 more plus members on LinkedIn. So thank you everyone for the support. Keep supporting us and keep spreading this group awareness in your network. If you know any Dynamics professional who is not a part of this group, do encourage them to join us in this journey. Quick glimpse of the sessions we have done in past. So we have covered topics like platform convergence, integrations, Azure, warehouse management. Then we did a series on platform convergence where we covered dual write, business events, data integrator, and then we had few sessions on Business Central. Then, as you can see, we have a key focus on platform convergence because it's an ongoing journey. We did few session on platform convergence, then couple of sessions on Power BI, vendor onboarding. So, as you can see, we are trying to cover almost every exciting area of Dynamics 365. And we have sessions on Dynamics HR, version control using Git. Then we celebrated our group anniversary in July, where we had the Microsoft team focused on platform convergence. They talked about this platform convergence roadmap. And then last session was from Vikas Garg on enterprise health dashboards for CFO. All these sessions are recorded and available on our YouTube channel. So we highly encourage you to watch these sessions and like and subscribe to that YouTube channel so that you get the notifications as soon as we upload new recordings. Today's session is on Power Platform Fundamentals given by Umesh, who is available. So I won't take much time. Over to you, Umesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachit. It is a pleasure to be here. Welcome all again. Once again, I will just quickly share my screen. So let's make this session interactive. In case you have any doubts, any questions, you can definitely unmute yourself and talk to me. Today's agenda is the Power Platform, Microsoft Power Platform fundamentals. I will continue with the complete details as an overview on the Power Platform, basically focusing on 9 PL 900. In case you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and talk to me. This is your Meet Your speaker. I think everybody knows me very well. This is Umesh Pandit. My mail IDs, Twitter handle, YouTube channel, and LinkedIn's are actually very open. I'm quite very reachable. Let's deep dive into the Power Platform without wasting any time. Okay, so when we talk about the Power Platform, basically what Microsoft is heading towards one platform, multiple applications. So it starts with the business analytics, which we normally see in Power in our finance and operation, which is the Power BI business analytics. Then we have the Power Platform process automation, basically towards, and then we have the Power Apps, which is more towards the user interface. Maybe you may see Power Apps wherein you see a lot of model driven app or a canvas app, and then we have the Power Virtual Agents. They are all intelligent bots. Normally when we talk about the Power Virtual Agents, they are the very powerful tools which actually gives you a big through that you can actually set up your virtual agents, and then the employees or the customer support people actually talks to the customer, but actually they are actually the bots which they give the reply. Then definitely based on the sentiments, then it routes to the particular department. Then we have the Power Apps. Power Apps is basically for external websites within Dynamics. If you have any requirement wherein you need to register for an event, or maybe for vendor registration, or maybe for bid purposes, you need to expose some websites through Dynamics to the external world, then Power page can actually come into the picture. Now, what could be the underlying technologies? The first one is the very powerful language, which is called the Power Apps FX, which is the low code language. And then we have the AI builder. This is based on the artificial intelligence on top of the basically the underlining of the Power Virtual Agents. And then we have the Dataverse, basically Dataverse as a database as a service in Azure. Okay, so let me talk more about the Power Platform and multiple applications. When we talk about the Power Platform, Power Automate, Power Apps, what does it mean? This means that you uh, when the finance on operation is there, when the business central is there, or maybe you are having some applications which is still running on the on premises, you want to create some processes or some automation around the business central or the finance and operation. How do you do it? Okay, so on top of the finance and operation, we have one more layer which is called Power Platform. Okay, so let's suppose you are you want some very good reporting, okay, which comes with very look and feel, and then it is very exposed to the CIO CTO level, wherein they just have only 30 seconds to, or maybe less than 30 seconds to view the results of the overall results and then take a decision on that. So that's the Power BI, which is a very beautiful tool, which we will understand in next few slides. Okay, we will move forward with the Power BI. Power BI is a business analytics service that delivers insights to for analyzing the data. It also gives you the data visualization with reports and database dashboards, basically. So, and then the Power Automate. These are the general definitions. I'm just running through it, and then I will quickly jump to few of the demos. Then we have the Power Automate. Power Automate. If you see, there is a change in the logo. Okay, so earlier the Power BI was notated as this. Now the Power BI will be in this type of particular icon. This was changed around 2021, back 1 year back. Okay, so in case you are aware, that is very good. If not aware, just keep a note of it. Then we have the Power Automate. Power Automate was also known as the Flow, Microsoft Flow, that has been already updated as Power Automate, and then same has logos also has been updated. It is to create an automated workflows between the application and the services. It also helps to respective business processes such as the communication, data collection, and decision approval. So let's suppose in case you have the approvals of your leaves, or maybe you won't have approvals of the purchase order or the sales order, and you don't want to use or consume any licenses of finance and operation. You might be doing finance and operation licenses are too big to purchase, right? Good amount of dollar value is will be gone there. So what you can do, you can have a Power Automate. Okay, a link will be generated within Dynamics and sent to the designated email ID, and then based on your approval or rejection on the what text you get, you can actually click on the button approve or reject. Okay, so all the approval processes, the events will happen outside Dynamics, but it will be recorded in Dynamics without having one use of the license. Okay, then we have the Power Apps. Power Apps is a very low code development environment for building custom apps. It enables the creation of the web and mobile application that run on devices. Basically, when when you create Power Apps with low code, it's very actually a rapid deployment. You can actually do it in half an hour, or you can set up the environment within in maybe 1 hour, 2 hour, and then it is. environment triggering is very easy, and then development in on top of it is very easy. You can actually bring in the business value within some days. Okay, and that's how the compatibility also runs on it, it seamlessly runs on web as well as on mobile application. Okay, so basically it is device independent, whether you are using an iOS, whether you are using Windows, or when you are using an Android phone, it should work. Similarly, we have the different business users and power developers who want to build their custom app from scratch. That also is possible. In case your requirements are not matching, you can build up your own apps from scratch. Then we have the Power Virtual Agents. Virtual Agents, I have already given you some details, like it's a very powerful chatbot, and it is using a guided no-code graphical interface. No dependencies on the data scientists or the developers. Generally, when we talk about Power Virtual Agents, you feel that a developer might be involved, because there are backend processing, and then within the development, whenever it comes to within the sentiments, let's suppose you are having sentiments analysis, or you want to have analysis on their keywords, like if somebody is giving any wrong words or maybe some bad words, how that can be tackled. So all this can be tackled without the help of any data scientists or the developers. Similarly, we can have the chatbots. They can actually perform an action to call a Power Automated flow. So let's suppose, in case you are interacting with the chatbot, and there is a bad sentiment, and you want to get the with the help of the Power Virtual Agent, you want to get the action wherein they will get you connected to some professional, maybe customer support, real customer support person, or they it will just create an incident for you, or maybe a customer request form, and you will get the notification that, hey, this particular action has been recorded, and a token of maybe the ticket number has been raised, and probably our customer care will get back to you. So or a customer care manager will get back to you. Okay, similarly, we have the Power Apps, Power Pages, sorry. So yet another very powerful tool which is given by Power Pages. Earlier, they were called the online external websites in Power Platform, but now they had been renamed to Power Pages. This is the small logo which which I'm trying to highlight on the screen. I'm not sure whether it is pointing or not, but that's the small logo which comes into the picture with the Power Pages. Now let's understand how the Power Platform Admin Center will look like, or what we can do with the Power Platform Admin Center. Okay. Okay, perfect. So in case you want to create any of your Power Platform um, environments, all the environments would sit under admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com, followed by the environments. And these environments, whatever you are creating environments, it will be available over here, whether it is a trial or whether it is a default environment. Okay, with your corporate ID, you will get one default environment. You can trigger it based on which region you want. This is taking it by default as a India region. But again, in case you want to trigger the new environments or trial environments, you can get it in different regions as well. Then we deep dive the Power Apps. Power Apps is low code platform for building application. It is having more than 275 connectors, and the common data sources would be the common data services. The common data services is again named as the Dataverse. Then also you can have this data from the SharePoint. Dynamics 365 is fully supported. SQL Server and Azure SQL is also supported. Office 365, and then we have on-premises data sources also being supported. So let me quickly dive into some demos. Okay, hope you can see my screen again. And okay, so let me give you some information on the Power Apps, Power BI. Okay, so when you are already on the admin center, the Power BI would not be available directly. What you can do, you can go ahead and click app.webpowerbi.com. Based on your user ID and the password, it will give you the workspace. Okay, so what today I have done, I have created a AGM net sales dashboard. Okay, what you can do, you can go to this particular demo was done in very heavy, very yeah, it was done in very very fast. Okay, so I'll just show you that how it works. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Okay, so this I have used as in case you want to pull in the invoice date based on the dates, then you can shorten it like this. Okay, so probably there is no data between 2 months. Just increase it a little bit and then more increase. Okay, or decrease it. Based on that, it will give you the exact data what we have been asked. Okay, and then similarly invoice by month also you can trigger it. Let's suppose you want the invoices in April month. Okay, April there is no invoice. August there are a couple of invoices. So all this information can be gathered with the help of your this data is coming from finance and operation. Okay. Now moving to the next point, which talks about the chatbots. Okay, so this is your chatbot. This is again a test chatbot which I have created, tested it, and it worked. Okay, so what you can do, let's suppose I'm here and I want to type something related to maybe this chatbot is what we created is based on the location of the shop I'm looking for. It will give me the location. So I'll just type location with the correct spelling. Okay, so then it will give me that we are glad to help you to find you in store near in. So which location you are preferring. So based on your location preference, you can then give the location. Right now, I've just given three: Redmond, Seattle, and Kirkland. So you can just say Redmond. And then again, it is asking that our check out our company store at this visiting time is this. All those it is giving the answer as a smart chatbot. Similarly, it asks at the end that what did you did that answer your question? If I say no, it will again ask me. If say yes, then it will ask me to rate it. Okay, so that's very nice that in case I want to give the feedback immediately, I can give the feedback. And then can I help you with the anything else? So let's suppose you have forgotten something else. So you say yes. And glad I'm listening. And then I think I wrote it for number of hours. Okay, so like opening hours. Let's see if it gives the result or not. Yes, so I put it hours and it is also reading our opening hours also. So it is showing, telling that I'm happy to help with the store hours and this is the hours which they have been displaying. Okay, so Monday to Friday, Saturday, some short notice and then Sunday it is closed. Then it is also telling you that Seattle hours would be different. Now, based on if you can see based on my clicks, it is showing me what to do and what not to do. So it is a condition which has been filled, and then it will give you the message. Okay, so we can deep drive it, but definitely we don't have much time over here today. And in case I say, did that answer your question as no? Let's see what happens. Sorry, that wasn't able to help better. Would you like to talk to human agent and try rephrasing? I will say, talk to agent. And then it will give me a link to talk to the person. So right now I have not given it because what it does, it keep on, it will, if I put in the Teams, it will give me the Teams links to call. Okay, or the mobile number to call it. Okay, so right now I have not used it. So that's how a virtual agent would work or look like. Okay, so similarly, when we talk about the connectors, the Power Automate, yet another very heavily used Power Automate nowadays. They have been used in integration. They have been used in various connections. There are a lot of connections which is already connectors which is already available. If you see on the top, it is showing me the email addresses. Okay, so some of you might want to preserve. They are from the HR team, let's suppose, and they really want to. they really want to get the resumes on the email, but on the same time they want the attachments of their resume to be saved in the G Drive. Or similarly on the Outlook account, Outlook attachment, and all the attachments by default should go to OneDrive. That is also possible. Similarly, there are a lot of analyze the incoming email and routes them to the right person. Similarly, if in case you have a lot of email boxes, if you see if you see the incoming emails into the this is more towards the exchange, in case you have exchange, and they will rephrase it. So rephrase means what happens is, let's suppose I have email ID as pandit.u. Okay, in case my ID goes to Pandit U, if I have typed it mistakenly and sent the email, although my mail ID is this, I will also get this email ID in my mailbox. That's the intelligence which Microsoft is building around, and in the backend, it is all the automation, all the Power Automate which comes into the picture. Similarly, there are a lot of automations around it. There are Power Automates which is getting into your day-to-day life. If you see nowadays your email, somebody pings you in the Teams, and within a delay of 5 minutes, if you are not responding, it will directly go to your email, and then it will you can see that particular message as a email, and then you can respond based on what it is needed. Okay. Similarly, in case there is there is a team's negative sentiments, they have somebody has sent spoken wrong words to you, it will get notified to your email address. Similarly, there are a couple of automations already connectors available, which are like files and documents. In case you want to read informations from the invoices, it can do it. Similarly, start an approval for new file to move it to the different folder. Okay, so this is more towards your SharePoint. So what it does is, since these templates are already ready to use, you can actually give the sign in request and then get the approval creation and then continue. It should work. Okay, so let me move back. Then we have the notification and reminders. In case there is a planner in which somebody has submitted the Microsoft forms, then you get the alert. Okay, so this all things are possible. Similarly, in case if there are not much connectors, what you can do, you can go to there. These are the templates. Go to connectors, and then you will see a lot of connectors which is available. Maybe you will see a lot of connectors around there would be one lot of. I remember there was there may be some DTH. No. DHL. Sorry. Yeah. So DHL also has its own API ready connectors available. You can directly, in case you are a paid customer and you are dealing with the e-commerce site and the DHL tracking, you can actually use these connectors within your project. Okay, so similarly, there are a lot of other connectors available. Even you see, you will have some SAP connectors also. Yeah, SAP ERP, SMS API, and then there are a lot of other APIs which is readily available. Similarly, you will see a lot of connectors by default. It is available on Dynamics. Now, what does the premium means? Premium means it will be paid one. Okay, maybe you need to pay and then continue. Okay. Perfect. Now let's move towards the Power Platform. Okay. So in case sorry, Power Pages. In case you want to do the Power Pages, that's very nice. You can actually click on this. I will just share this link. I will just make it down. Okay. So that I will share it in the uh, chat window, and definitely same time I will share it in my YouTube channel. Plus, we are having our own Dynamics 365 user group India channel over there also. I will keep it in the description. Okay. So any doubts and until now, any point of discussion you want to make?
I don't see any question in the chat window.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's move forward. So within this pages, if you see, in case I want to upload a image, or I've just created a demo out of it. And then if you see, there are logos which I have created. I'm not sure why it is not giving me a proper result. Now it is giving me, maybe I have deleted something. Then we have named it as D365 User Group India, and then the welcome to the D365 User Group India, and then book the session now. So once I want to preview, so it is automatically saved. Okay, I don't need to put any, maybe let's suppose I want to put AUS. Okay, so it is already saved. Okay, it will show you that it is saving, like you do in your normal Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let's preview it. And there are then two options which will talk about the desktop view, or whether in case you want to scan it, you can scan it. It is available. You can scan it from your phone, anywhere from India or abroad. You can just scan it, and then you should be able to access this preview website. Similarly, I can actually email this to preview link to some of my friends or mobile. Let me show the desktop version. Okay, so that's the website which has been created just now. And based on your functionality and the buttons, it will show you what next. Okay, so if this trigger button is working, it will bring up the result to you to book the session. Okay, so still revolving. Yeah, it came up. Okay, so it might be slow because I'm using a demo environment. Okay, based on your plans, it premium plans or standard or a basic plan, you will get your own type of the speed. Okay, similarly, you can put your notations like all reserved. Maybe you want to put in your copyright company name. That is all possible. So basically, it is a fully customizable. Now, if you see, it is preceded by Power Platform, Power App, PowerAppsPortal.com. So this can also be customized based on your request. Okay, so based on the setup, we can do the go to the admin center and do the pages. Whatever page setups you want to do, you can do it. Similarly, these are the main navigations which we have done. This is home, book your appointment, specialities, and then admin center. Similarly, we have other pages which talks about the cancel, edit. So there are a lot of other functionalities. Again, if I keep on doing it, then it will take some more time. So I'll just skip this again. Okay, and then we come to you as the Power Platform Admin Center. Let me show you about the environment. So let's suppose we created actually project operation trials, and within this we actually created our CRM environment. Let me see if I'm able to access it. And again, then finance and operation within this Power Platform Admin Center. Okay, so I have to approve it. So that was expired. Okay, so it will bring up the trial version of finance and operation. And similarly, it should come up with the Dynamics application as well, CRM application as well. Based on what application I want to access it, it will give you the result to it. So let's suppose I'm going for project operations. I have to check whether I have been imported or not. Thank you. I have been imported, so it's good. Okay, so right now there is no data as such. We have been, if you choose the area as resources, let's see if something comes up.
I think there must be few projects which I created.
Mhm.
Yeah, there is some. Yeah.
Yeah, resources will be there. And similarly, you know about the finance and operations. I don't have to explain much over here. Okay, so seamlessly, this finance and operation is coming from the Power Platform Admin Center. So you might see a lot of changes in your LCS going forward, and definitely you will also see a lot of uh, consolidation on the Power Platform Admin Center from Microsoft. Okay, then let me switch back to the slides. Okay, then we have the sources. You can actually have the Power Apps on the Power on-premises data sources also. So let me show you that in the yeah. Okay, so in case you want to have your own data policy, you can come here and talk about the in case you want to have any data source new, you can do it. You can plus on here and then talk about the cluster. You can give the cluster name and then data source. Or there is one more on-premises gateways. Okay, so these gateways are very pluggable. You can actually on the database server or on the server which is designated as an on-premises data sources or data gateways, you can actually click it and download it from your on-premise. Similarly, in case you have any virtual network data gateways, then this can be also set up. You can do the setup with the help of your subscription. These subscriptions are directly connected to the Azure. From there, it will pick up the virtual data gateways. Okay, so normally they might not use it. People may not use it, but due to security, maybe in government legalization, they normally use the on-premises data gateways and then virtual network data gateways. So that depends upon company to company, and scenario to scenario is basically that what they want to do and then how they want to do. Then you will be able to get started on that. Let me go to the home page. Okay, so it will be your homepage when you come to the Power Platform Admin Center. This is the environment which I just showed you. And then we have the Dataverse. Okay, so in case you have already created any application, you will be able to see the analytics on the Dataverse over here. That there is one active user. We have around 87 API calls, and the API success rate is 100%. Okay. Similarly, when we talk about the Power Automate, okay, so whatever Power related to the Power Automate, which has been used as an analytics, it will show you that how much is been used into the cloud flow.
Can I just add something here?
Sure, please.
So what you see on the chart which you are seeing is actually based on the responses we get when people register for these sessions. And we are actually using Power Platform to manage all our communications and registration and organizing the event. So the chart which you see is actually based on all the Power Automate activities of this user group. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, and then similarly on the Power Apps. Okay, so if we have generated any Power Apps, it will show you that this is the usage or the usage. Okay, so right now, right now there is no Power Apps. I think, but we have created some Power Apps. So let me check it.
Yeah, I think it might be in a different environment, but that's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me go back to my slide. Okay, so once we understand about the Power Apps, we generally have the Power Canvas app and model driven app. Okay, so when we talk about the Canvas app is basically nothing but Canvas means you just take a canvas and draw whatever you want to do. Similarly, over here also, Microsoft gives you an opportunity that it will give you a blank canvas, and then based on your need, you can actually build it from scratch. Choose the screen type, whether you want to, for once you click on to the blank canvas, it will show that whether you want to go with a mobile, whether you go with a tablet, and then based on that, it will give you the details. You can keep on adding the data source to your app, drag and drop the various controls, add the desired functionality by writing Excel style formulas. Okay, so it's very easy to write your Excel style formulas. Similarly, we have the model driven app. This model driven app is, you might be already using it in most of the cases wherein you see a lot of graphics results within the dynamics also. Okay, so it is built from the data into the common data service, basically now data called as a dataverse. Then we have the app size will be responsive to the work or the mobile or a tablet. Define the relationship forms, views, business rules, and more at the data layer inside the CDS, the dataverse. Similarly, get the business results without writing a formula yourself. Okay, so it will be automatically calculated and given you the result. Similarly, we in the backend we have the AI builder. AI builder is something which is actually a complete SDK, and this AI builder is the backbone. You can consider this as a backbone of the Power Platform. Uh, you will get an artificial intelligence to your app with no code. You don't have to do anything for the AI. Then it is available on the AI models in the Power Apps. Prediction is there, form processing, object detection, and text classification is already inbuilt with the AI builder within the Power Apps. So this is your Power Pages, which I have already gone through. I have given you the details, how it looks like, and even in you can actually get your Power Pages with the help of your. You can get the custom. Sorry, guys. Kids know when to strike us. Eh? Okay, so Power Pages, I've already updated you that this is the URL, and then on the same actually you can get this as a registered domain. Okay, so these domains will not be available like you like in if you have purchased the LCS license or Power Platform, make sure that you also purchase your domain registered domain. Like we have D365 user group UZ India as a domain registered. On top of it, if you want to have any Power Platform application or an app, we can definitely build around it. But in case you are doing it for your customer, remember that it is not free. You should actually buy it from your country registrar. Okay, generally it should be a GoDaddy or one.com. Okay, so this is how I've been giving you how you can create the website. You will get a default template, and based on your template, whether you want to go with the business template or whether you want to go with a after school program registration like an anomaly meet or maybe some party, you can do it like this. Maybe you want to track some application processing or maybe application submission. Nowadays most of the free like in the universities, those who are using as free, Microsoft does support a lot of universities for free as well as the NGOs for free. So they are actually using all this application submission, process tracking, scheduling with the help of the Power Pages preview. Okay, so it is very simple coding. In case you want to do the coding, then it's very simple. Let me show you that as well in my demo. If I go here in the pages, okay, so in case I want to do this within my code language, so I can click on this, and whatever changes I do over here, it will be reflected over here. Okay, so very simple to write the code. Let me go back. Then we have the Power Automate. So Power Automate, this gives you three types of flows, generally event-driven flows and then business process flows. You can also have the UI flows. So it will have the important concepts like two main parts. It will have trigger and action. I will just show you in the demo. And then we have the triggers. When something is changes, what should we do, like on a schedule or on a button press. Okay, so Power Automate can also be used to do the database refresh. Okay, so let's suppose you want to do the database refresh with the help of the Power Automate. You will be able to do it. Like it's not just the Power Automate. You have to. There will be a lot of other there will be in the backend. You will have the PowerShell which is working. Then similarly, you will have some connectors to be used. So it is not just I've just said it and you do it. It's not that possible. But yes, definitely there are like we have to break that processes. Obviously, it in the LCS, if you see, if you do the database backup from tier 2 to tier 2, it is very easy. But when it comes to T1 to T2 or T2 to T1, like tier 1 to tier 2 or tier 1 to tier 1 to tier 2 or tier 2 to tier 1, definitely it's very hard to do it. It takes a lot of hours. First we have to export it, then import it, like export and then log into the server, then import it. So obviously with the help of the triggers you should be able to do it. Triggers, schedule and button press will be available, and then you should be able to do it. Similarly, there will be actions like loops which is do until, apply to, each, and expressions. So in case within the database, in case it is trying and the server is not reachable, it will be in the loop, or maybe do until the status of the server is live, or maybe on, power on. Okay, so that kind of actions it can do. Then the Power BI, I think Power BI is a very powerful tool which we have been already doing it or already using it. Okay, so it can gather all the data from any of the source, like your Excel, your internet, any web page, and or any source like an e-commerce or anything which is related to. Let's suppose you want to get it from a different ERP, that is also possible. Salesforce is one. Again, you can get the data and processed with the Power BI. Similarly, SQL, MySQL, or Azure SQL on Azure, definitely that is also possible, or Mailchimp as well. Okay, so there are a lot of possibilities around it. Power BI is a very comprehensive tool which actually give you the consolidated data reporting. Then we have the parts of the Power BI. Generally, it is Power BI desktop. If you install the Power BI onto your desktop, then it is called the Power BI desktop. And definitely you can customize, you can import the reports, and you can build up the reports from scratch over here. Similarly, we have the Power BI service. So if you see in my screen, if I show you the powerbi.com, the powerbi.com, this is actually the service which we have been using. And then we have the Power BI mobile. So Power BI mobile also can be done, like you can do a download it from the iOS store, app store, or whether you can be on the Google store, maybe the Android phones, you will be able to see a Power BI. You just need to log in with the user ID and the password, and then you are boom, you will be able to see the results if you are have been provided the access. Similarly, we have the Power BI concepts. Major building blocks of the Power BI would be capacities. Then we have the workspaces, and then we have the data set, reports, and the dashboards. Okay, so if you see first one talks about the uh, queries, and then fourth, if you talk about two, this is your place wherein you do the report view, the data view over here, and then the model view from here. And then three is the pages. You keep on developing the pages, you should be available to see the pages. Then we have the visualization, which type of visualization you want, whether you want a bar graph, whether you want a scattered graph, whether you want a pie chart, all this is available. Or in case you want to add any Power App, that is also possible in this. Similarly, the fifth one is your fields. In case you want to change any field, bring in the quick report, that is also possible. Power agents will have the topics like user topics and system topics. User topics is something which has been developed by the user, and system topics is something which is available by default. Then we have the entities. There will be pre-built entities within the Power Virtual Agent, and then we have the custom entities also. Then it will be followed by the action. And once your Power Virtual Agent is created, you can go and publish the Power Virtual Agent. Then we have the on-premises gateways. On-premises gateways, I have already shown you that how you can uh, go and install the Power agents. Go here, and then over on this, I think it is into the data. Okay, on-premises gateways. So once you set up the gateway, it will be available here. Okay, so while you install the Power on-premises gateways, this is the if you click on it, it will talk about like what gateways is available, whether it is a personal or an all. That's kind of a filter. Once it is installed, it will be available that which what is the name, what is the info, contact info, the user status, and the gateway name, or maybe it's the server name, and this should be fully qualified domain name. Okay, just not work with the IP. One gateway for multiple cloud services and experiences for Power BI, Power BI data flow, apps, Power Automate, Power Platform data flows, Azure Analysis Services, Logic Apps, and Microsoft Search. All this will be done with the help of the on-premises gateway. You can use your personal mode versus standard mode as well. Okay, so by this, I end my presentation. Let me deep dive some the demos in case I have it ready. Portals. Let me open the new tab. Sir, what would be the Power Platform app?
Maybe just
The,
from the home, from the Office tab, you can open it. So if you click on those, yeah, click on those icons, yeah, this tile. From here,
oh,
you
okay.
can open Power Apps. Yeah, just click on all apps. Yeah, should see there. Yeah,
Yes, Power Apps. Oh, it is make. That's what I typed.
yeah.
Okay, so if you see over here, if you see in the first tab, it gives you the apps which has been created recently, like which you accessed it. Okay, so I created the model driven app as a portal management, and then the solution health app, system driven, and then scheduling site. So scheduling site is the same which was the portal which we were using it. Okay, so now then you can start from blank. You can have the blank. You can have the Dataverse, SharePoint, Excel, or SQL. So let me show you what all apps we are having. Okay, so these are the all apps which has been there. You can start with the model driven app. Okay, so this is the portal management through which we have been doing it. Let me show you something good. Mm, Solution.
You looking for the templates, Umesh?
Yeah, templates, but
So
default
if you click on
templates.
create, go back to the tab, click on create, and then you should see come down, scroll down, start from templates are there. Yeah, these are all the
Yeah,
templates. Yeah.
correct. Okay, thank you. So basically this I was looking for, I thought they have been separation done. Okay, but when you want to do the once you want to create a model driven app, okay, so you can do it right away from here. Similarly, you can do a canvas app. Okay, so let's suppose we are doing it for the maybe something fundraising. Okay, so let's create a new environment. Okay, so I think we have reached the.
Maybe pick something simple, maybe the help desk one. That will be the one in the second row. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, so it is asking me to go for a blank or a, tablet. So I will just say phone tablet layout and get this created. I'll try to use this. I think it is again looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure if your user is not set up correctly. Maybe try once more. Otherwise, we can take some Q&A. Yeah. We go back again.
Okay.
Maybe select your default environment. Yeah. Just say create. Let's see.
No, it is again asking me to get started, and then it is asking
So if
me.
you go back once, we'll just try one thing. If you go
Mm,
back, from the environment, select your default use India environment on the right hand side. Yeah, just try now. And maybe select. Yeah, I'm not sure if your maybe your user is not set up correctly.
mm. Yeah, might be the case, but I think
I can try from my user. Just give me a minute.
we can. I just show you the preview. Okay, so this is the preview in case I'm just showing you as an preview. Okay, so you can do it is help desk submission of the tickets. Okay, to assign or an update tickets. Uh, this is something we will be given like a two users. One will be the login as a help desk user or login as a admin. Okay, so admin means you can actually assign the tickets or update the tickets, but you want to do and submit a ticket, just log in as a help desk user. Now you need to tell them that what could be the issue. So let's suppose network not working, something like that. Okay, and then laptop or desktop issue, I will just say maybe equipment issue. And then priority, based on your priority, you are working in critical project, make it high, low, or low, medium. You might be aware of P1, P2, P3 incidents. I will choose it as medium, and then I will just type it that my network is not working. Okay, and then say create. So this help desk will be created. Help desk ticket has been created, and let me go back and log out, and then see login as a help desk admin. So let's suppose, oh, that module will not work, but if you log in, it will say that it has been not started or started. So it will give you the complete uh, details once this is been created. Now you can go for the Canvas app also. Okay, Canvas app has already been told. Let me see if I'm able to trigger a model driven app.
Yeah, I
Create.
just tested. I'm able to do it. So yeah, it should be. Yeah, I think this is loading. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this the template which you used as an innovation challenge based on your dashboards. It will be bringing you the results. Okay, so right now what we have done in this, we have just taken the Canvas app, a random uh, by default application, the Power App, and then we have been showing you. So based on the active challenges, what all challenges is going on, and what are the challenges by domain, you can list it down. Based on the click, you should be able to have a hover over, and then you should be able to see what is going on in within the domain. Similarly, active ideas like connected quality control, fleet automation, tiny homes, cloud computing, integrated services, this results will be shown to you. So top 5 ideas means there are a lot of entries which is coming to this particular field. Top ideas you are getting things done. Okay, and then once this is done, you can make it as default, set as default, or you can save this as the name. If you want to rename this innovation challenge to somebody else, then you should be able to do it. I think my demo is pretty much done. I can come here and play. Also, you can actually publish this and it should be available for your usage. So once you make your changes, you should be publishing and then it should be available for your use. Okay, so I think I'm done. Thank you guys for listening
Thank
to
you,
me.
Umesh. Thank you, Umesh, for talking about each and every component of Power Platform. I'm sure it was quite helpful. So, guys, anyone has any feedback or any question, please feel free to unmute yourself and share that feedback or ask your question. Cool. I'll give it one more minute if anyone wants to ask any question.
I think Kunal has raised the
Yes, Kunal.
Akash Ranjan also. Yeah, yeah, you can unmute yourself and talk to us. No problem. Thank you.
Hi, Umesh. It's Kunal here. I just wanted to ask you that in Power Platform Admin Center, we have three types of environment. One is, which I could see in my system, which is one is for UAT, another one is for prod, and another one is default. So, what is
Yes.
the purpose of this default environment if I can get my entire development done in the UAT environment too? So, I just want to know that.
Default environment as in such. So once you log into your environment, okay, so a default environment is created on your domain actually. So let's suppose you are using a company called xyz.com or maybe Infosys. So you will get Infosys as a default website. Okay, so you cannot do much of them. You can actually use it for your development purposes, but as it is not recommended, try to use your own sandbox and then do it.
So, can I do that? Can I use UAT environment for UAT Power Platform environment for development purpose?
To the default environment, for the default environment, right? Yes, I
Oh
think you
yes.
can. Yeah, I think you can use it because it's a system. You will there will be no customizations over there. Okay, so in case you want to do any UAT, I don't think that you somebody will be stopping you. But how will you bring in your customizations? If you're doing UAT, if you're doing the customizations on the default itself, then it is possible to do your uh, UAT on the default environment as well, right, sir?
Yeah, I think, Aman, it's more also a best practice question. So if you look at Dev ALM best practices, we can have a session on that because it's not just which environment you use, but also how you are managing your solutions. Are you using managed or unmanaged? So if you are using development, you can use unmanaged solution. But once you promote to your UAT or test environment, you should deploy it as a managed solution. And then there is a whole concept of how you can do it through DevOps. So I think maybe Umesh, we should plan a session on the Dev ALM for Power Platform.
Sure, sure. I think we can do it.
But yeah, if you have any question, Akash, you can just drop us an email or send us a message on LinkedIn. We can discuss it further. I can see some thing. Akash, are you fine? You have more question there?
Akash, you can unmute and talk to us. No problem.
Yeah, hi, I'm Akash. Actually, the questions was related to the free trial, and I got the link from the Rachit, and I've tested and it works. So that's it. Thank you.
Very good, Akash.
I can see some thank you messages for you. So thanks, Jilani, Tulsivar, Yasir, Muhammad, and Akash, and Ravi Teja for the feedback. Um, all right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Umesh. Really appreciate it. And I have an important announcement. So the next session in our group is about the most extensible programming language on the planet, which is X++. So Komi will be joining us, and he will be giving a session on introduction to X++ development. So if you are a Dynamics 365 ERP developer, or if you have just started your career in this field, this session will be very helpful to you. So do join us on 21st of October for this session at 5:30 p.m. IST. I think we have Komi in the audience. Komi, if you are there, feel free to unmute and say something about it. But if you're not, then we will meet you on 21st of October. Cool.
I
All right.
I think he joined and then left out. He was having some issue.
Okay. No problem. So with that, I would like to thank everyone who has joined us today and listened to this session. I hope it was helpful. And do join us on LinkedIn. Just search with our handle hashtag D365UG India. If you want to give a session in this group, you can scan this QR code or reach out to one of the volunteers, and then we will be happy to organize it. All right, with that, I'll stop sharing and I'll stop recording. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye bye.